So stretching is an essential part of any exercise routine, but why do so many people avoid it? Maggie Downie, owner of Personal Euphoria, is here to show us some simple stretches. And I got to tell you that I was one of the people who was avoiding it. I just started working out again last week for the first time, and I'm embarrassed to tell you how long. I wasn't stretching, and I kind of hurt myself, and I was more sore than I needed to be. So talk about the value in doing something maybe before and post workout.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're alone, Taylor. I think we all skip stretching. I do it too, right? And so this isn't like anyone's better than anyone else. We all skip it. We think it's like the not important piece. But to your point, if you stretch, you might diminish how sore you are.
Yeah.
Or once you're sore, you could do some stretches to try to ease that tension away. But before the workout, you want to do more dynamic work. So actually, research has now shown if you stretch before like running or aggressive exercise, it increases your chance of injury. So dynamic stretching or dynamic warm-up before exercise, stretching to capitalize afterwards.
Thank God you're here, because I was stretching before. I was doing everything wrong. So you're doing sort of like I guess a mini workout before the workout? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Well, so any dynamic is a little more of a warm workout, but you are getting warmed up. Like you're pulling your knees up, so you're stretching, you're mobilizing the joint. A great exercise before warming up is you can it's a stretch, but you would take a wide stance and you'd shift your weight side to side. So you'll feel an inner thigh stretch, but you're not holding it. Any dynamic
just to get loose.
Yeah, you're just trying to get loose. You're wanting to maintain movement. So that's what a dynamic warm-up is. We don't hold a static stretch. Which is probably when you and I were younger, they taught us static stretch before exercise, and the research just isn't playing that out. Now, I'm a big if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if you've always done static stretching before exercise, I would stick with what's working for you. You know, but so we have a lot of options with stretching, though. It's not just the static stretch we used to have as well. And there's research that shows we have varying options. Also, I think much like with exercise, where there's this concept of like more is better, I think we think that with a stretch. Like, we get to the point where we shake and then it hurts and we hate doing it, so we don't do it. And actually, if you're shaking, you might not be making gains. You might be fighting the effort you're putting in.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we want to rein it in, put less pain into our body, and listen to our muscles.
Good to know. Now, you have some examples of the things that we can incorporate into our workout routines today. I've learned so much, and we've only been talking for what, like 1 minute, maybe 2? All right, so let's get into it.
So let's start with like a basic hamstring stretch. Everybody feels like they have tight hamstrings, and then that's the one most of all I feel like people make themselves suffer for, where they're shaking. So you would put your foot on something higher than your hip, sorry, higher than the floor. You want to flex the foot.
It's the running joke that I always wear dresses and like nylons when we do these segments, but it's fine.
Every time, right? She's gonna do some great stretches. That dress is very mobile.
It is very mobile, so we're in a good place. So we start here.
So now if you're really tight, you might feel your hamstring. But what you want to do, most people round forward like they're trying to touch their toe. You want to hinge forward.
Flat back.
Flat back. So you're sticking your butt out.
I already feel it.
Yes. And if it's too much, like you're shaking, try to bend the knee a little.
Oh, that's better. That's nice.
And one of the reasons stretching is a little more complicated is, again, I said people tend to think they have tight hamstrings. But if you are someone who locks out your knees, which is most people, then you actually have really flexible hamstring down by the knee, but really tight up by your butt.
That makes sense.
So if you straighten that leg, soften the knee, and hinge, you're hopefully going to feel that higher up in the hamstring, not as close to the knee, which doesn't need the stretch as much.
Good to know. Perfect.
Now, if we're going to do a quad stretch, you would grab your own foot, and if you need the chair for balance.
I do need the chair.
So this is a basic quad stretch, just grabbing your foot. But if you really want to feel the full belly of the muscle, you tuck your tailbone between your legs like you've been a bad dog. And do you feel that increase the stretch?
Yes.
So if we held this, that's a static stretch. And we would hold for 15 to 30 seconds. But if you want to change the stretch, try straightening your leg, but resist. And do you feel, so you're pushing your foot into your hand. And do you feel how your muscle activates?
Oh, yeah.
So that's called PNF stretching. And there's some research that indicates it's more effective than a regular static stretch. You are actively engaging the muscle while it's under stretch.
And shockingly, we are out of time. I know there are plenty of other exercises to do as well, but that's one of the many reasons why folks should follow you. Where can they go to do that?
PersonalEuphoria.com.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, Maggie. We always appreciate your time, and we always learn a lot in the process.